My name is Neil Moorcraft. This is Automate, and in this module we're just going to go back over what we covered in one of the first slides, and that is working with Asana. Now I know we've tapped on this before in the previous videos, but I just wanted to dive back in and make sure that you understand how to manage your project, how you can add guests and team members if you want to. And now that I've created my project timeline, you'll be able to see what that looks like and emulate that and create your own project timeline. And then just setting the project status just to make sure that every week Asana is going to give you a little reminder to let you know that you're on track or off track. So straight away you can see in the timeline here that's changed quite dramatically. And as I say, if you wanted to start moving these around, you can. Be conscious when you do that it updates that schedule, and if you've got anybody connected to that task, it's equally going to notify them that you've made that change. And you can see these little lines, and that is that you can create dependencies. So with an example here, I've got the website build migration is dependent on me doing this strategizer work, which we've not touched on yet. But until you do that properly, you certainly don't want to come down here. So you can start jumping around a little bit once you get into week 2. I would advise just going through things in the right order. But ultimately, if you're sharing this project with anybody else, whether that's a freelancer or anybody else in your team, they'll start to see exactly what's going on. And as I say, you can set status and reminders up here. In the status reminder as to whether or not you want to just set reminders for this project on a weekly or a daily basis or whatever to let you know. Now, one thing I didn't mention here is that files, anytime I refer to a resource or a template or download that's not on the website as a download, that will be contained in here as your files, and you can download these. You can see there's a value proposition in there and some business model canvas. We're going to move on to that in the next videos, but all of those are there for you, so you can just click and download them and save them to your own filing system if that's what you want to do. So as I say, in the list view, that starts now to make a bit more sense. Up here, if you do want to share anybody, you can just click this button here, invite them via email, start typing the email in here, and that will send out a request. Obviously, we don't want to do that because I'm already the owner of the course. That won't cost you anything. As I say, this version of Asana is free. So hopefully, by now, if you watch the videos and you've started to do some of the tasks and you've worked through your Google space, you now should be coming back into Asana, and we can go in here and say, right, we've watched this, and start to tick these things off. So we've set the project status, I've created the timeline, I've added a guest, I totally understand what I'm doing, and that task is now done, and we can move on to knowing your customer, which is the next video, where we're going to spend a little bit of time back online having a look at some competitors, go a little bit deeper into the keyword research, and then ultimately start to create our online customer avatar. So with that in mind, I will see you in the next video.